Good afternoon, America and the rest of the world. Xander J. Hobson here. Stand-up comedian, entertainer, director, and producer of boxing documentaries and internet troll to those who need internet trolling. This here is another episode of The Devil's Advocate brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. We're trying to grow the channel. So subscribe, like this video, hate this video, share it. Leave a comment in the comment section. And it could be something nice. But I honestly hope that it's something nasty. Because I live for the people who leave the nasty comments in my comment section. So anyway, I was watching my main man, Grandmaster Troll, one of my favorite YouTubers. The Grandmaster Troll, in fact. The king of the trolls. I give it to him. He's been doing it longer than me. But I was watching Grandmaster Troll's show titled Neon Eyes Has a Crush on the Grandmaster Troll, and guess who's angry? And Grandmaster Troll, he pulled Neon Eyes. And people went ballistic. First of all, I was amused by all the haters. Guys started calling Grandmaster Troll ugly and talking shit because he got the girl. But hey, Grandmaster Troll is one of these cool guys. Here's a young man. He has a pretty good YouTube channel. He has a car channel. He officiates basketball games and other sporting events. That young lady, Neon Eyes, was drawn to the masculinity in Grandmaster Troll. Told the man she had a crush on him for a few years. And not only did Neon Eyes push up on the Grandmaster Troll, it was some other sister on there said we gonna do Neon Eyes. We're gonna be sister wives to the Grandmaster Troll. Because them young ladies was attracted to his masculinity. And those other young men on there who started taking cheap shots at Grandmaster Troll because Grandmaster Troll wasn't afraid to go after the girl, they were fucking nuts. They were clowns. They were cornballs. Because game respect game. It respects game. And the young sister Sway Celeste said something on there that my first wife said to me years ago. Sway Celeste told the young man on there who was talking all of that nonsense and that foolishness. It was a handful of young men on there talking like fools. But it was one in particular talking like a damn fool. And that sister Sway Celeste told that young man, said, first of all, I don't even see a woman even wanting to be with you without you paying, A. And B, she said, but you're the type of guy, you will talk yourself out of some pussy. And that's real talk, what that young lady said to them. So, that's one of the things I was thinking about. I was listening to my main man, George Macon. He was on a rant. Now, understand, I'm not coming for George Macon. George Macon is my main man, Pots and Pan. Personal friend of mine. However, George Macon was on his rant. And at some point during his rant, I heard George Macon talking about how the sisters of today, the respectable girls of the day, a lot of them were whores when he was coming up, because George Macon is a few years younger than me. And that's true. There's never been a shortage of loose women and whores. But as I was listening to George Macon, I didn't agree with that. Everything that he was saying, because when we are young, we are stupid and we make mistakes. And the women that he was talking about who went to the Freaknik and the Bikers Fest and all these other festivals, and they loosened up a little bit. They loosened up their buttons. Hey, they was having fun. You know, I hear these guys when they talk about single mothers. They always talk about the single mothers. But what about the guys who make them single mothers? Because whenever there's a single mother, there's a guy who's responsible for the child that made the woman a single mother. You understand? That's how it is. See, this is why I'm such a big proponent of women ripping the linings out of a guy's pocket for child support. Because the person who has the child the most should be compensated. See, all of this goes together. Women with children. I don't want to mess with a woman with children. Okay, well, women with children should get more money, because when guys are irresponsible and the women have the children to raise, not only do they have to worry about the care of the children, they have to worry about not being able to find a suitable man, because a lot of men don't mess with women with children. See, that goes both ways. Single mother, a guy that made the woman a single mother. Goes two ways. And see, we shouldn't be so quick to demonize women with children, or people, because you hear people talking about how when the girls were young, they wanted the bad guy. They wanted to turn up and have fun. Well, we can't demonize people for wanting to have fun when we're young. The history, the world is full of people who were young and dumb. We all were young and dumb at some point in time, and it's not fair for a bunch of full-grown men and women, because you got women on these airwaves talking bullshit too. It's not fair for a bunch of full-grown people to get on these YouTube airwaves and expect for people who were in their teens and in their 20s and in some case their 30s to have the wisdom of a 40-year-old, 50-year-old, etc., etc. None of us had the wisdom of a 40 or 50-year-old. We all done dumb shit. We all made mistakes. And if you make mistakes when you're young, in all actuality, that's the time to make mistakes, so you can rebound from the mistake that you made. Now, does some of the mistakes that we make fuck us up really, really bad? Oh, yes. Yes, I got a buddy right now. Long story short, been in jail since 1987 because he made a mistake. There wasn't no recovering from that mistake. And you got some of these women who were loose and they had a bunch of kids by a bunch of men. Those were some hellified mistakes. So we can make some mistakes that derail our entire life. But at the end of the day, if a person makes a mistake, you say a guy have a child or a couple of children by the wrong woman, or the woman have a couple of children by the wrong guy, man, we can't condemn people for that. Not for real, because again, we've all made mistakes. And again, wherever there's a single mother, there's a father who didn't stay with that woman that made her a single mother. So we can't keep on demonizing the single moms and not hold the fathers accountable for that. You know, I mean, that's the reality. Now, personally, I love the underdog. I'm always cheering for the underdog because I'm American. And as an American, Americans love a fall from grace and a redemption. They love it. And for me, I love to see folks win. I'm done with it.